Pisces, I will be laying out 6 cards now for romance, love, and relationships, just to see how these general messages did apply for you, or will apply for you, I should say. Okay, the first card, the Chariot with the 7 of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit. Okay. So, starting off with the Chariot card. For those that are dealing with fellow water signs, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, I feel like there's a relationship that's destined for greatness here with another water sign. It's the two of you, it doesn't necessarily have to be with a Cancer, but I feel like this is the two of you both driving this relationship here. There's a lot of astrological compatibility between the two of you, yes. There's also a lot of astrological compatibility between the two of you here as well. This is destined for greatness. I do think there may be some questions in regards to this relationship now. Again, I feel like I'm going to go with this sort of energy here with the 2 nines at the beginning and the end of the reading, that there's something you're preempting. Why are you second guessing this, Pisces? Are you thinking it's too good to be true, or are you thinking the two of you can't come into a beautiful harmonious balance together where you both work towards this relationship? I feel like there's questions. There's still questions. So I'm not sure if you have a hunch or you have a premonition, but there's something sitting within you that you're not liking, and I think this is what you're basing the connection on. And yes, I would advise you listen to that intuition. I think you're very, very spot on. I have a lot of beautiful Piscean clients who do have a lot of ability themselves or use their natural intuition to gauge how to move forward with a situation or how to deal with certain people, but it's almost like you know something's up before it even happens because you just have this ability. You feel your way through life and you know when something is off. And for some of you, I feel like if there is a water sign around you, it's destined for greatness, but you need to be patient because the Knight of Cups is here, and it can show that challenging times show up ahead for you. But you're also moving from barren lands into moving something more promising. There's increase, there's anticipation, there's also the possibility to build up to something great here, but as I said, it's going to take time. You are manifesting a lot in your love life, I can see with the 7 of Cups here, so this is quite powerful. I think if you sort of try to adopt this sort of the more fool attitude, not foolish behavior, but more an attitude where you sort of just go with the flow and just see where this relationship takes you or a connection takes you, you may be pleasantly surprised into how much you can fall for this person or how much the two of you can actually enter into a very committed, emotionally fueled relationship here. So for some, it's pivotal that you give this relationship some sort of chance to prove itself because it's got the possibility to go places. Now, for some of you, you're meeting with someone quite successful here. They could be foreign, they could be very successful at what they do. They could be in production. I feel like they have fame around them with the stars. So they could be very well known for what they do. They could be a scholar or an academic, and they could be very well known in the academic world. They could work with medicine, finance, creative pursuits, whatever they're involved in. I feel like they're well known. They've come to prominence one time or another during their professional career, is what I'm seeing with the Chariot card. Because new beginnings, new opportunities for love. Things will happen slowly though, and I'm not sure if this is you, but it's actually you that will be pulling the brakes here, not this other person. I think it might be you here, Pisces. And if you want it to go at your own pace, that's completely fine. But I'd hate to think that you being in some sort of attitude where you think this won't work, or the logistics of this relationship won't work, or we live too far apart, or we're wanting different things. I don't have enough money to visit this person. I don't have enough this or that. There's reservations, and these reservations I feel are coming from you. There's a lot of water here, especially in this corner. And I feel like this is coming from you, Pisces, because you have reservations about this connection, is what I'm seeing. For some, these reservations will actually lead to you walking away from a situation or will lead to singledom. The Hermit card is a single figure. It's autonomy, it's independence, it's withdrawal. Some of you will actually withdraw from someone, whether you're married, you're single, you're in a short-term relationship, maybe in a long-term relationship. This is withdrawing from this person for one reason or another with the Hermit energy. The Hermit needs time for resolution, needs time to think and analyze. It's also a guardian energy. So I feel like this is all in the name of protecting yourself and protecting your heart, Pisces. So for some of you, it's absolutely a possibility with the Hermit card that you will be withdrawing, or at the end of this month you will be alone because of your reservations about starting something new or taking someone else on for a second chance. I definitely feel there's a fire sign around some of you that are wanting movement in a relationship. It's almost like they don't want to promise you anything, but they want things to develop between the two of you. The King of Wands with the Fool, they want things to develop, but on their own accord. Can that work between you two? I don't know. Your situation may be very different, maybe very precarious, maybe very fleeting. It may be a situation where you're not very attached to, but I feel for some of you dealing with a fire sign, they're wanting a new beginning, but I feel like they just want to see how it goes. It's a very freeing, it's a very, I'm not sure if they have much planned for the future for the two of you, but it's someone that lives in the moment. And I feel like in the moment, they're just wanting to be with you and they're just wanting to see where it goes. So it's nice to see that they want to explore the connection, but how much of a future they can offer, I don't know. Because if we really read into it, the Nine of Wands is the capricious energy and is the fire sign, the Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo coming through here that does have their guard up, that is still wanting things a certain way. They're still quite cemented in their old ways. The Wands are still behind them. So are they ready to change their ways and to take love in a different approach? Only time will tell. But you do have the Queen of Pentacles here, so I definitely feel those that are dealing with an earth sign, things are getting very serious between the two of you. There's a beautiful lush garden around the Queen of Pentacles. She's the last queen of the deck, and this is the coupling up here. So a lot of you are bringing forward emotions and stability towards each other. Some of you are going into business together because of shared interests or shared finances or joint financial ventures as well with the Queen of Pentacles here. I sometimes see her as pregnant though, or she's given birth. She looks very adoringly to something here. So for some of you, this could lead to a pregnancy, absolutely, with the Queen of Pentacles. But beautiful energy with earth signs. There's definitely a lot of growth. Or you're thinking about the finances, possibly moving in together, because I see you potentially both overlooking your finances, trying to see how you can have a certain living situation together or something of the sort here. But I did mention Virgos here. Virgo energy around someone. This is self-critical behavior. So Virgos are very self-critical. They're sensitive to opinions because they're very analytical. They analyze, dissect, compartmentalize, register, reanalyze everything that's said, every action that's taken. And I'm not sure if you're coming in with this energy, but I do believe this is what I'm going to go with again. There's reservations. Are you being too self-critical of yourself or someone else around you, Pisces? That's the question I'm going to pose to you, because it could leave you single or it could leave you going on a break with someone because of that self-critical energy. Let's move on now and have a look and see what's happening in career, finance, and business for you. Okay, Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Tower, Queen of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, there's definitely something you didn't see coming here. Nine of Swords is you with a blindfold on, you not seeing a vision, you not going to see how a sudden enterprise can make you money. There's definitely money-making opportunities around you, but it's not something you ever considered. I see that you'll start to get it off the ground, and it may take a couple of tries to get this successful, but it has potential to make you money. You're going from the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Seven and the Knight. So there's a lot of growth. There's actually a lot of back and forth to do with finance for you. It could be a working from home or a business venture that's involved with your family, a family business working from home. There's familiarity here. There's commerce or money that's coming in for you, or there's money to be made through working through home or selling something, selling a product, selling a service, selling something creative. Here is what I'm seeing with the Ten of Pentacles. Also an opportunity to join a family business or a small business. I think it's more to do with family. This business has been passed on through generation to generation. It's not like a massive global conglomerate. For some of you, it could be with the Fool card, but for some, it is a family business. It's quite a close-knit team. It's also a legacy that you'll be creating here. So I really do think some of you are starting something you'd never thought possible, you never thought you'd be doing, Possibly something a little bit out of the norm for you, but it will be a money-making opportunity here, so just go with it. You also might be consulting someone around you, like a trusted friend, an extended family member, a person that's like family to you, to help you with this. It could be an air sign, could be earth energy here as well, and this person may help you in some regard here. Four of Cups, illumination, learning about something, an opportunity. I feel like this hand of God that's offering you this fourth cup is this ace down here. It's offered very unexpectedly because you're too busy not seeing this. You're assessing your options, and this is your current set of circumstances, these three cups. When an unexpected money-making opportunity will present itself, and this is not something you ever considered, especially as a career path. You know, this is the tree of life. This is never something you imagined you'd be doing in your life at one point or another. So there's an element of something being very new or quite foreign to you, Pisces, a little bit out of your realm, this whole concept of fish out of water. But if evolution has taught us anything, it's that fish grew legs and began to walk and became lizards and reptiles and whatnot. So look, that, you know, you can hit the ground running and you can take off from this because it can be something you genuinely will have passion for. You're coming up as the Queen of Cups, holding the Holy Grail, holding this cup that God, the universe, the angels are giving to you. So this is genuine fulfillment in your career here, in your creative hobbies, in this, maybe it's an added income stream, maybe it's a family business, whatever it is that you're working on here. Oh, wrong one. Whatever it is that you're working on here can bring you good opportunities with the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, the Queen of Cups, not Pentacles, Cups. Cups, emotion, fulfillment, bliss, happiness, and awareness. Unexpected income for some of you, unexpected expenses will come up for some of you because of carelessness, maybe in a financial situation here, or you may have to ask for funds from a financial institution, from a creditor, a business. You'll need some sort of help. This is help given, charity, support. So you'll be looking for support here, potentially legal support for a venture you'll want to start. And if you don't do this, be careful, because you have the Tower card that sits sort of in the middle of this reading. If you don't cover your tracks and protect yourself, copyright yourself, go through the legal avenues, the legal, the contingencies or whatever else that needs doing, you may have to, this project may fall apart because of your lack of carelessness, when it comes to legalities or something to do with the scales of justice, contracts, legalities, and things like this in regards to the business or the creative venture or the opportunity. For some of you, there's a collaboration that may fall through. You felt it. Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, you felt it, and it'll come through and you'll feel like a fool for some reason. You didn't see it coming, though. You couldn't help it. It's quite unexpected. But that's okay. I feel like you can seek the help to move forward. Or there'll be people around you that will want to support you. Or there'll be generosity around you in some regard through friends, acquaintances, colleagues, people that will support you professionally is what I'm seeing here. So although the Tower moment may occur sometime throughout in your career, in your creative pursuits, there is a promise of help and solace with the Ace of Cups here and the Six of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign or a water sign that lends you a helping hand, sort of extends the olive branch and helps you out here a little bit in regards to career or creative pursuits. For some, I feel like if you're working for a business, it's not necessarily a family business, can be a massive organization here. There's some sort of restructure or underperformance that's occurring within the business, and as a result, the business will need more funding or capital. So that may be going under for some of you. I wouldn't say liquidation, not yet, although it could be, but I feel for some of you, there's a business that's struggling to keep its head above water financially with cash flow, income, capital, and things like this. So maybe something to look out for here sometime during this month, Pisces. But I will leave it at that. I do hope this reading has been insightful for you. Thank you again for watching.